our full potential?
It's critical for us to invest in our skills. When you talk about tips, I was thinking he's actually found his niche and decided to go deeper, invest in the depth of that particular niche. It depends on what you're doing. I'm in leadership. And like I said, for me, it's critical that I invest in skills that make me a great leader, And as a leader, and if I think about my entire journey, right from the sales rep, at every level, you actually need different skills. You need to get your skills deeper and even get newer skills, because the skills you need as a salesperson are different from the skills you need as a leader of salespeople. And that's why it's very important to be relevant for the moment and for the season, and to always learn and understand. And it comes with a lot of self-awareness. That's why it becomes very important to know yourself as a person. You need to understand what are you great at. And once you found your niche, as like I said, I could possibly have said, let me go to HR. I've done an amazing job in HR, but I knew my home is in sales because that's where I've nurtured my skills. And I said, no, I'm going back to sales, because that's really 20 years. What I've done is invest in myself in sales and marketing type of skills. So it's very important. It's critical. And when you talk about wealth creation, I think about it every level, you're actually using your skill and adding value. So ultimately, my skill is what determines my value. Yeah.
Say that again, Flavia, because I
My
think I agree
skill,
with you.
my skill or my skills, I believe actually it's skills, is what determines my value. So when I come and there's a job opportunity, what I'm selling to is my skills. You're actually paying for my skills, you know? So the more I have sharpened my skills and I become exceptional, the more price you have to pay. So then at whatever level, sharpen your skills, be the best, and continue to add on and to grow, because that is also equal to your paycheck. It's equal to your bargaining power. And that's why I'm saying it's critical. Everybody can be a marketer, everybody can be a salesperson. But so what makes me stand out? And that's what I need to look for. And that's what I need to specialize and say, you know what, when looking for two marketers or two salespeople, what makes you choose me over someone else? We're many. So what value am I commanding? And that depends on how much have I invested and how much am I investing in my skills. And it's a continuous process. It never ends. I'm looking for the next opportunity, So I have to continue to grow the skills of leadership that I'm looking for. And that's what keeps giving me a higher bargaining power.
Ugh, I just love you, don't I? When you talked about investing in yourself, that's deep. Some people think, and you talked about when we were starting, that having a skill or talent that you don't nurture and better, you're going to be out edged. This, for example, I'm into this investigative journalism career. So before, we used to use tactics like secret filming. You go and film someone secretly. That is moving away. We are now into open source investigation, using artificial intelligence, using the new software. Guys have, if you guys have watched investigative documentaries like The Anatomy of a Killing by the BBC, The Game of Drones by the BBC, they are using the latest software and skill to do investigative journalism. So if I am going to just stay the same investigative journalist that I was while I was still at UBC or NTV, then everything is changing. I have to adopt to the new skill and better myself in that, so that I am able to stay above others. That if you're looking for an investigative journalist, I'll come to you with an extra skill of open source investigations, and therefore you can actually pay for my value. Whoa, that's deep.
Actually, something I forgot. Well, it wasn't necessarily what you asked about, but I thought we could talk about it as well, because there's people that have been employed based on their degree and or diploma or their masters at that level, and then you stayed at the same job for a couple of years. And then what you studied then was relevant and could work well to get you that job and to get you to do the tasks before you. But if you don't reinvent yourself or try to upgrade your skills, then at a certain point, if I asked you, say, to reapply for a job after 10 years, based on your qualification, you may not get the job because, yes, you're qualified and the job says a master's degree in this, but your master's degree was relevant as per 2005. And what's happened up to 2020, between then and now, is something else altogether. So if you've not been reinventing yourself or upgrading or learning what's going on, somebody with a skill set could probably get the job easier than you that's actually qualified as per the advertisement. Yeah.
Thank you. Apollo, I'm looking at you. You came on the podium.
Yes, yes, yes. Solomon, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Michael, thank you so much. Flavia, I am getting jealous here and people are saying things. Flavia, thank you so much for that inspirational story. Solomon, you bring spice to the story. Thank you so much. And they are thanking Michael for having taken up the role of the moderator. They would not have gotten that. And they're saying, thank you so much, Michael. And someone is actually saying, hey, he has even thrown away the mic and is looking on and being a very attentive listener. Thank you so much, Michael, for bringing that out of Solomon. There is so much that is happening here on social media, and everyone is really, 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 really coming out and appreciating you guys. Thank you so much. Value. Flavius mentioned about value, and it keeps coming up here that your skill is your value. And I think I also alluded to the bit and asked you, could you actually appoint yourself if you were employing someone right now? Could you employ yourself? And we left that to you. I want to just share, now that you have known that the audience now has a bit of you, let me just get to know what the audience is, just to share with you. I'll ask my back office team to just post again that first poll. Poll 2, yes, poll 2 is saying, in your employment journey, which of the following have you found relevant on top of your academic qualifications? On top of your academic qualifications, which of the following have you found relevant? Communication skills, writing skills, presentation skills, talking skills, negotiation skills, others. Which of the following? Just pick out one, and the other one is saying, if in your professional experience, which of the following has proved most relevant in the execution of your role? One, nothing has proved relevant. Two, my academic qualification. Three, my professional qualification. Four, my networks. Five, my skills and expertise. Just let us know so that we see that you are following. Just take off some time, and in 1, 2, 3, 0, let's end that, and we provide that. We really want to understand, what do you call relevant? Solomon, and this you're going to use in your next in-depth coverage of these two panelists here. People feel like in their employment journey that communication skills is the most relevant. Communication skills, with 68% of them saying it is over and above my academic qualifications. This has brought me money. Writing has 6%. Presentation skills has 11%. Talking has 3%. I think that's where you are in that niche alone. And negotiation skills has 13%. That is the our listeners there out there listening to us. In your professional experience, which of the following has proved most relevant? Most relevant expertise and subject matter skill is the most popular, with over 80% of the people saying that has proved most relevant. Academic qualification, 11%. There is a 3% that are saying it's none. Nothing has proved relevant in my. Then professional qualifications, there's a 25%. So there you have it. That's what the public is saying. If you could be kind enough and post poll question 1 again, we just need to understand to just become relevant to this poll question. Just recast it again and we poll it again. Poll question 1, we just needed to understand who we are. If you're kind enough, Jackie, poll question 1. The people you are speaking to, 62% are males, 38% are females. The majority of our viewers and listeners, 37% of them are between 30 to 40 years. 24% is between 40 to 50 years. Between 20 to 30 years, it's a 30%. And above 50 is 2%. So there you have it. That's the audience you are speaking to. Solomon, carry it away.
All right, thank you. Communication skills, talking skills, writing skills. Let's get. We'll talk about that in just a while. But I wanted us to conclude on the aspect of marketing your skill. I want to go back to it, especially. You can have a good skill out there, and you are saying if you're a good musician and you're singing in the bathroom, you're your own fan. So how do you put your skill out there, especially in the digital age, right? How are you able to market yourself, and so that the world can see you? It's a global village that someone in Taipei, someone in Kuala Lumpur can still know a Michael Uma, and maybe they want to do a song and they're like, oh, there's this guy we just saw, can we actually fly him in to help us on this project? How can we be able to market our skill set to the world to see? Michael, then I can come to Fly.
Okay. So I'll approach it again from the musical angle, as you said. Well, for us, before this whole COVID situation, most of our income, direct income, was either from sale of merchandise directly to the people, to the audience, and physical performances, tours, and things like that. So at that point, lots of people were a bit comfortable with the fact that there's an option of physical interaction. So they didn't really tap into the digital market. And then there came COVID. I can't say I necessarily thank God for COVID as the disease. Yes. But the COVID after effect helped many creatives understand different ways of marketing what they have to offer and different platforms of how you can sell your goods and services. So you're asking, how does one move from being the greatest singer for themselves in the bathroom or in the bedroom to
Smart 24, driving business.